Welcome to Conversations Live. For more than a decade, we've brought you the best in books, entertainment, and current events. When the movers and shakers of the world have something to say to you, they say it to us first. Now, here's your host, Cyrus Webb.
And welcome back, everyone, to Conversations Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again. We're tuning in on Mississippi's WYAD 94.1 FM. We welcome you. Also, those joining us through our online affiliates around the world. We're glad to have all of you with us as well. Well, this Thursday, there's a very special event that's going to be taking place that I'm privileged to be a part of. It's taking place on the 19th, and it's something that's started by Jumpstart. It's called Read for the Record, and this year is their 12th anniversary. And the book that we will all be reading, both us adults and also children, it's called QUACKERS by author Liz Wong. Well, I'm excited to welcome Liz to our program today to talk to us not only about the response to the book QUACKERS, but also what it's been like for her to have it selected by Jumpstart for this year's campaign and what she hopes readers are able to take away from the message. Liz, hello to you and welcome to the program.
Hello. Thank you so much for having me.
Well, Liz, I'm excited about this. I read this book for myself. Of course, I don't have any kids of my own, but I found the message something that we adults can definitely be able to relate to as well, because I think we all know what it's like to not quite fit in, but also to realize that sometimes, the boxes don't quite fit for us. I mean, what has that been like for you, Liz, to see the response for not only children, but also adults to the book QUACKERS?
Oh, it's been really wonderful. As I was writing this book, I thought a lot about myself and my own experiences of being different. Mm-hmm. And throughout this year that it's been out, then I've had a chance to talk to kids about it and realize that there are a whole slew of situations that kids are in where they feel like they're different and have identified with the book in ways that I did not expect them to. And it's been really meaningful to have them make this book much more than I ever thought it could be.
Yeah. And so when you found out that this book, QUACKERS, that you love so much, that you connected with, is going to be now being read by millions of people on this one particular day on Thursday, October the 19th, how did you feel, Liz?
Oh, it was astounding. I was shocked. And, when you put out a book, you hope that somebody other than your mom will read it, but you're really not sure. And so
right.
To find out that over 2 million people will read it was really extraordinary.
Yeah. Well, it is a powerful story, and I know I'm going to be, as I mentioned to you before we began the segment, reading it at a few different schools. I think what's so great about it, Liz, is that it captures, I think, something that people of different age groups will appreciate. When you wrote the book, did you have a particular audience in mind?
I really didn't. I was really writing it for myself and to make sure that it was a good, entertaining story. As I was writing it, I thought that probably kids who were maybe, 3 to 7 would enjoy it, but I've heard from a lot of adults who liked it as well, and that's been a great surprise to me.
Yeah, well, I definitely did as well. And for those who don't know the story of QUACKERS, we'll tell you at the end of our segment, not only, of course, how you can get the book for yourself, but also hopefully participate where you are in the big event that's taking place on Thursday, October the 19th. And that, of course, is Read for the Record. As I mentioned, this is the 12th anniversary of this annual campaign that is able to gather, as you heard Liz said, over 2 million people together around the world to read the same book on the same day. And this book, I think, in this campaign is so great because I think in the world we live in today, being able to accept oneself is so important, but also to realize that others can accept us for who we are. Is that one of the big things that you hope people take away from the book, Liz, that no matter how people might see them, the important thing is to feel comfortable in your own skin?
Absolutely. I've gone through a lot of identity crises in my life, and this was really my story of accepting myself for who I am, and I hope that a lot of kids and adults will see that as well. And also just to generally be kind and tolerant of other people and to love one another.
Right. And I think that is, again, so important. One of the ways that you've been able to stay connected with people, Liz, is through social media. They can find you on Twitter, for example, at Liz Wong Art, where I'm following you there. Talk to us about that, what it's been like for you to hear from people literally around the world already about this book. I know you've been promoting about Read for the Record, but what has it been like for you to hear from people outside of your family about this project and the book?
Oh, it's been great, to see that there's all these libraries and schools that are participating, and then Quackers was at the New York Stock Exchange ringing the bell, which was kind of mind-blowing. But to be able to connect with readers is really one of the great joys of being a published author, which I did not expect before I was published.
Right. And I think, too, to know that you're going to be able to inspire other people, Liz. I mean, it's one thing for you to be able to share the message of the book, but just by your own example of what you've been able to do with Quackers, how does that feel to know that you're going to inspire other people to go for their own goals and dreams?
Oh, absolutely. I really love the fact that some kids will look at me and think, hey, that lady wrote a book. I could do that, too. And I really hope that I can tell kids that they have wonderful stories inside of them, and I want people to tell their stories as well. Or really anything that they want to do just takes a lot of practice and persistence, and eventually you'll get there.
Exactly. I think that is the big thing, and to realize, that you don't have to allow other people to tell you who you are. I think that's one of the big things for me about Quackers, too, not to spoil it for those who haven't read it, but when there's that moment of being told that you're not who you think you are, this is who you are, and not having to accept that. I think that is, one of the big things for me that made me smile when I was reading the book, Liz. And now, as we mentioned, over 2 million people, both children and adults, will be able to participate in this great conversation around the book. Again, the book is called Quackers by Liz Wong, and it's been chosen this year by Jumpstart as its Read for the Record selection. This is their 12th anniversary. Again, it's taking place on Thursday, October the 19th, where you're listening to us on the radio dial here in Mississippi, or one of our affiliates in Dallas, in Texas, as well as for those who are joining us in Florida, as well as in New Jersey. We hope you all will look to see how you can participate in this and be a part of this big event to be able to make history this year with Liz Wong's book. We're about to tell you all how you can stay connected with Liz, but we definitely want to invite you all to go to the website. It's www.readfortherecord.org. Again, it's www.readfortherecord.org. There you can be able to sign up to read the book. The book is available, of course, through our friends at Amazon.com. If you order it, though, through either the website that I mentioned or through jstart.org, you can be able to get the special edition that actually has the imprint there for Jumpstart, Read for the Record for this year. And, Liz, how can our audience stay connected with you and kind of keep up with your other activities?
Well, I'm on Twitter a lot, so that's probably the best way. I'm also on Instagram, but I do love Twitter, so please do tweet at me.
So, again, stay connected with her at Liz Wong Art there. Again, Liz, know this is a crazy busy time for you. I'm honored that you could take out a few moments to speak with us. Congratulations on this election, and I hope you'll come back and talk with us again.
Well, thank you so much for having me, and I'm really happy that you're participating in Read for the Record.
Hey, the pleasure's definitely all mine. Looking forward to it for sure. And we will be sharing pictures on Twitter and Instagram as well, so I'll make sure to share those with you too. And we thank your audience for tuning in to this great segment of Conversations Live. If you all came in late, you missed part of the conversation with Liz, don't worry. Thanks to our online friends, you all can catch the replay right after we go off the air. The link is already available through our social media site, so head over to facebook.com/Cyrus Webb or go over to twitter.com/Cyrus Webb. If you click on the link there, you can listen to the show completely for free and share with your friends from there too. Until next time, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Make sure you take out time to enjoy some good music as well as a great book. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Live today. You all make it a great one.